And you don't know what to watch.
So many movies out there, you don't know which ones are good, which ones were bad.
You're curious about what's out there?
I'm Joey Powers.
I'm Don Trettler.
This is the Best Pictures.
The ones you don't want to miss.
Hit it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winners go home and prom queen.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it. No sequel for you.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
I'm Don Trettler. Welcome to the show.
We are going to be doing names from a hat yet again.
Yeah.
But have you seen anything? Did you see anything over the past week new?
I haven't seen new movies, but what I did see is I went back for an old movie. I saw Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks. I was telling you about that.
Yep.
And I saw a movie called, At Eternity's Gate, which features an actor who I threw his name in. For this week. So, but it was about Vincent Van Gogh. And
You need to tell everyone how much you love your fans.
I love the
We
fans.
have fans?
Yeah, you got 3 fans.
We have 3 fans. And
Comment.
two of them are out there.
Comment. Tell them to get in the conversation.
Oh, see, Colin doesn't even like us. He
Get in
just
the
gave us the thumbs down.
Oh, you guys got to get in the conversation out there. You got
tell
to
us-
send us
Give us
suggestions.
ideas for a show. You
Every
know?
time we see you out there in the public, I just want to give you a great big kiss. I don't know. So anyway, I was trying to think about new movies, and the X-Men movie opened this past weekend. X-Men Dark
Something
Phoenix.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix.
And
Didn't do very well.
no, it got just
Yeah.
the critics just bombed all over it.
It didn't even meet the low expectations the studio had. It didn't even hit there.
Which is a shame because it's got a pretty nice
It has
cast.
a very good cast.
Michael Fassbender.
I think we're both big fans of Michael Fassbender, but Jennifer Lawrence is a good actress too. James McAvoy's a good actor.
Right.
The girl that plays her, I don't think she's been in a lot, but she's pretty young. I think she's an up and coming. The girl that plays the Dark Phoenix person.
Right.
So yeah, it's got a very good cast. It's
I was
very-
actually excited to see it. I kind of wanted to see it, and then when I saw the bad reviews, I'm not paying a lot of money.
No.
Did you just call Sophie Turner up and coming?
Yeah, isn't she? She's young.
She's from Game of Thrones.
She's huge.
That's the first season.
Right, but she's not like as far as in movies, she's
She
not
also
in
can't
anything.
act.
What?
She also can't act.
She can't.
That's why the movies.
Well, that's probably why she's in a movie called Dark Phoenix. You know, they're probably going to use the special effects more than the acting ability.
She's
of
got a
hers.
good agent.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So that's out. This coming week. Oh shoot! I just looked.
Oh, what
too.
is it? Oh, Men in Black International is coming out. They've been doing commercials on ESPN for like a month now. It looks terrible.
Really?
I like Chris Hemsworth too, but I don't know.
Doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. And they need to stop making just stop making sequels.
Yeah, come up with some new ideas. I mean, I bet I have some great ideas.
I'm sure you do. I mean, they can't be any worse than just remaking the same thing over again.
I got to. Maybe I should make a film, and then people will adapt it.
Yeah, you sell the rights to it, and you can become rich and famous.
I'm kind of interested. We were talking about this. I'm kind of interested in the movie, and I know they're promoting it on television stuff, and I don't have TV, but yesterday about the guy that wakes up and nobody's heard of the Beatles.
Yeah.
So he reintroduces the Beatles songs into the world, and I don't know. I think that looks interesting. It's Danny Boyle.
It's a good idea, like
Yeah.
a good subject, and it's original. You know, it's not something that's been done before. Yeah, Danny Boyle's great. I mean, you like Slumdog more than I did, but I
Yeah.
mean, it won Best Picture, won Best Director, it won a bunch of Oscars.
right.
I really like 28 Days Later. Sunshine was pretty good too. And I don't think either one of us even knew that he did 127 hours.
No,
About the guy that was.
I'm going to watch it now. I'm going to go
Yeah.
look for that one. Train Spotting.
Well, Trainspotting was good. I didn't see the second one.
That's when I first got into him because I liked that. He's got a very different style, very
Yes.
unique style as a
Absolutely.
filmmaker.
But the one reason I didn't really take too much to want to watch 127 Hours was I don't like James Franco.
Really?
And it's pretty much just him, I'm assuming, if it's just about a guy being stuck on a mountain or in the wilderness or something.
Yeah.
But he was-
Somebody today said to me, I was talking about a different film, and they said, yeah, I like James Franco.
I don't. I don't know. I think it's ever since the year he co-hosted the Oscars with Anne Hathaway. He seemed almost like he was stoned or something. He was just so,
Oh.
I don't know. He was blah. Anyway, I'm going to go first. By the way, Colin did put some in here. So,
Colin's got some.
So there are a lot of names in here.
Look at him. He's excited. He wants us to choose his.
Let's see. Well, this one's definitely not mine. So. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is that a Don or a Colin?
That's a Colin.
That's a Colin.
Though I like it. I like Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, Deadpool obviously is the first thing I think of. He's great in Deadpool 2. Oh, I didn't even notice that we get the Deadpool theme up.
Yeah, well, he was hoping. He was hoping we were going to choose him.
There's probably like 5 more in there that say Ryan Reynolds, so he knew we were going to choose him.
You saw Deadpool 2.
Yep.
I only saw the first
The
one.
first one's better, but it's a good movie, you know.
This is Ryan Reynolds. Was he in that one waiting?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You didn't like it?
Expectations were set up because a coworker had mentioned the movie to me, and I was like, wow, that's a great movie. So I kind of had that high of an expectations for Waiting, and it's definitely not in the same neighborhood, I don't think.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I watched the whole film.
What about, is it The Proposal with him and Sandra Bullock, where she's Canadian and she's his boss, and she gets like, she doesn't have her green card or something, and so he ends up having to pretend to marry her.
Oh.
That actually wasn't a terrible movie. I only watched it because my girlfriend at the time wanted to watch it.
I would watch that.
It's not bad. I mean, they have good chemistry together.
Well, I like both.
Just trying to.
That's a good start right there, if you like both of the actors. And I guess I could imagine them having good chemistry together.
Yeah. Oh, he's in the new remake of Clue,
Oh.
which I do want to see that.
This is what... Now, what...
Colin, did you see Pokemon Detective or whatever it's called? What's it called? Pikachu? Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Was it good?
He's coming in to give us a
Oh,
comment.
he's coming in.
It was not very good.
Yeah.
But I know it's Pikachu.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a pretty likable guy.
Pretty funny.
You know, he is. Did you see Van Wilder?
Yeah, I've seen pieces of Van Wilder.
That was one of his first big movies.
Yeah, probably launched him into fame.
Yeah.
He was the Green Lantern.
I heard that was terrible.
That's what I've heard, and I didn't see the movie.
I didn't see it either.
Despite the fact that I like him. What else has he been in?
I don't know.
God, I got to
What about
remember.
the R.I.P.? Did you see that?
That's with Jeff Bridges?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Bridges.
I didn't. That's not.
That got crapped on his
Yeah.
first critical...
What about Safe House with him and Denzel? Did you see
No.
that? I haven't seen that.
No. So we haven't seen a lot of these Ryan. I don't know why I like him, but I'd like to see more.
Oh, he did the Amityville Horror remake.
I definitely didn't see that.
I don't even remember who the girl was.
I'm laughing because I can't.
Okay,
imagine
speaking of Albert Brooks, The In-Laws.
the in-laws.
Did you see that? It's
Is it what?
It's the remake.
It's a remake. No, I didn't see the
Michael
remake.
Douglas and Albert Brooks are the two fathers.
Oh.
And then while Ryan Reynolds is marrying Michael Douglas's daughter.
Oh, that's a good cast.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
And I like the original one. It was Alan Arkin and Peter Falk.
I haven't seen the original.
Oh, I just remember. See, I saw it in high school.
But I like both. I like Alan Arkin and Peter Falk. They're
Yeah.
both good actors. So.
And my neighbor, he used to live across the street, and we were good friends, and we went to see that movie together. So every time I would leave his house to go home, it would be like Serpentile, because they're shooting at him in the movie. They're shooting at him with a machine gun, and he has to. They tell him to Serpentile so he doesn't get hit with the bullets. Anyway, it's like an inside joke. You got to watch the movie.
I mean, honestly, he's not. Oh, Blade. He's in Blade Trinity.
God, I don't even.
No,
I haven't seen any of these movies, and I like the guy too.
he is a good actor.
Maybe
Just Friends. Him and Amy Smart.
I haven't seen any of these. Well, did he do a television show or something?
Well, it looks like he was just like in a cameo on a couple TV shows,
Oh, I
like
don't
the
know.
John Larroquette show. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. You ever watch that?
No.
All right. Well, Ryan Reynolds is
All right.
there. So.
How about we choose another one?
Yeah.
Because maybe we've tapped out Ryan Reynolds, even though we like him. I couldn't think of too many of his movies. Oh, I picked up my own thing. Darren Aronofsky,
Ooh, that's a good one.
which, what was the first? Did he do Pi? Did he do the movie Pi?
I think so.
I think that's how he kind
I
of
think
got.
that was his first.
Yeah, and it was big. I mean, when it came out, it was an independent film. Probably was big at some of the different festivals and things. So word of mouth, from people who like independent films, started talking it up. Of course, we saw Pi, and then,
I have it blocked out of my mind.
I can't think of them. I can't think of the name of the movie.
Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream.
I just, Colin, have you
Which was
seen that?
amazing.
You should watch it. It'll mess you up.
Black Swan. He won. Well, I don't know if the movie won.
She won Best Actress. Natalie Portman won Best Actress.
But I mean, that kind of brings him up up into the mainstream.
The Wrestler.
He did The Wrestler.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, Wrestler was
Mickey
real good.
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke got nominated for that movie.
Yep. He hasn't done a lot of movies though.
He did that. There's a movie on there, The Fountain.
Yep.
I haven't seen it. I just bought it.
Who's in it?
Hugh Jackman
Oh, have we talked about this?
and who's the other one? Is it Rachel Weisz? Maybe. I think it might be Rachel
I
Weisz,
think we have. Somebody's calling to complain about it.
who I like. I like Rachel Weisz too. So,
Yep, she's a good actress.
and I read reviews about this movie, and I don't necessarily know that it got reviewed really well, like it got really highly rated, but it intrigued me.
What about? It got 7.3 on IMDb.
7.3.
That's pretty good. What about? Didn't he do? Or am I thinking of someone else? I want to say he did one with Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem, or is that not Aronofsky?
Oh, wait a minute. What's that called? Mom?
Mother.
Mother. That sounds right.
Mother, yeah, directed
is
by
him.
2017. Because that got friggin' destroyed at the.
But still, it sounded interesting. I still, if
Two good actors. I mean,
yeah, I would watch that.
that's 6.6. It's not that bad. I mean, they probably just weren't for Aronofsky's standards,
I think Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. Here's another unusual filmmaker, and that's one of the reasons I kind of chose him, because I think he's interesting enough that I want to see anything he's done.
Yeah.
So I bought this movie for $3. I figured, that's like the cost of going to the movie, so I can watch it.
Did you see Noah? I didn't know Noah.
No, I didn't, but I remember the trailers for it, and I know it's Russell Crowe.
Yep, Russell Crowe.
Anthony
I think
Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, Jennifer Connelly.
So I got to see it. I didn't bring my book in
I-
this week. So
I think Requiem is probably the highest rated movie that he did. I want to say it was in the mid 8s. 8.3.
that's pretty big. That's pretty high up there.
It is.
You start to go up into the 8s, you're in some rarefied
Number
air.
83 on IMDb of all movies. So yeah, I'm guessing that's probably his highest.
But you wouldn't watch it again. It's a little.
I would. I know I would. If it was on, because it's just one of those movies. It's like you just.
Well, it's a movie like that here. I'm going to go off. All right, a movie a long time because I remember it being so stressful. Deer Hunter.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen her since.
It's like I have to be mentally
college.
prepared to watch that again.
Yeah.
And it's been years and years. I mean, I told my ex-wife about it. I was married. That was like 20 years ago. So I haven't seen that movie in more than 20 years because I got to get my head in that space to be able to watch that prisoner of war stuff. Oh, but it's the same. 8. Wrestler was real good.
The Wrestler was really good. Now, are you 7.9? So are you? Don't want to try to ruin it for anybody, but do you just assume that he dies at the end? Is that kind of?
Where's that? The Wrestler?
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
It doesn't show. That's why I was curious. Are you just?
You haven't seen it?
No, I have. But
Oh.
at the end, it just kind of goes black when he's getting into the ring, like he's going on the top.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because he'd already had the health problems.
Right.
He'd already been in the hospital and stuff. So.
I think we just assume
Assume
he's going to die.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's going to be in about at some point and get killed.
All right, I'm gonna grab another one here.
That's a good movie. Darren
was a good
Aronofsky,
one,
real
man.
good,
Yeah.
a good enough director that I want to see everything he's done.
I know this is Colin.
It is.
Director Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito as a director, huh?
Yep. The first movie I could think of is Hoffa. I really liked that a lot.
Huh?
Did you see Hoffa?
I did.
What
Jack
did-
Nicholson.
What did you think of it?
I think it was all right.
I remember
an
liking
okay
it for some
movie.
reason. I saw it not that long ago, actually.
If it's got Jack Nicholson, it's got to be worth watching, right?
Exactly.
I can't think of a real. Well, there was that one we both didn't like it. Anger Management.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I don't think I would watch. I think it was a waste of time, and I wouldn't watch it again. So even Jack Nicholson makes his.
All right, so
sad
there's
movies.
okay. I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of some of the movies he's directed there, Colin.
Smoochy?
Death to Smoochie, Duplex. Did you see Duplex
No.
with Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore? There's some really obnoxious old lady in it that I wanted to punch in the head. The War of the Roses. That was good. That's
Yeah, that was good.
Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, and him. I didn't know he directed Throw Mama from the Train.
Oh yeah.
We talked about that a little last week.
Yeah, I think that was a disappointment because I think they had really, back when it came out, they had really played the advertisements up that this was going to be a hilarious movie, and it's really a dark comedy.
It is
It's
a
not
dark,
a
yeah.
It's not a
definitely
comedy
a dark,
comedy.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but a good cast though. I mean, you got Edward Norton and Robin Williams. That's two pretty good actors.
Yeah.
Matilda, I saw that in the movie theater when I was out on a date with this girl in my sophomore year of high school, and that's what we saw.
That probably was a long time ago, and that little girl is probably really old.
Yeah.
By now.
Well, that had to have been like 96 or 97.
That
'cause
was
it
a good movie.
Matilda.
And Rhea Perlman's in it too.
Yeah.
She plays his wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it. For everything else is pretty much a short. I don't know what Saint Sebastian is, so whatever this is. Survivors.
And I think we didn't we talk about Danny DeVito like last week as an actor. We were talking
Yeah.
about Danny DeVito. He
Yeah.
came up and
This is what
He's
Saint
good.
Sebastian is called. Survivors in post-apocalyptic Russia after nuclear war. He directed it. It stars William Fichtner, Lance Reddick, Constance Zimmer.
what's the year?
2016.
Oh,
But
really?
it's not
recently?
out yet.
Oh, it's not out.
I put him in there because none of you guys mentioned he was a director as well.
Well, we're letting people know.
Yes.
You know now.
He's got several credits to his name, and not necessarily bad.
So that sounds interesting. I like William Fichtner. He was on Prison Break for a few years. And he's just a good actor in general. You know, he's very versatile.
I mean, Danny DeVito. Let's see. He was childhood friends with Jack Nicholson. So Jack Nicholson, and I know this, has to be like around 80, 81 years old. So Danny DeVito's got to be in his 70s
I think
by
it
now.
said he was born in 44.
I've been seeing him on television a lot. He's been doing these commercials for, what is it? Some kind of investment thing? Something. I don't know. Danny DeVito's doing commercials.
Yeah, he was born in 1944. So he's 74.
75. Right?
Gonna be, yeah, in November, yeah.
I mean, he's not ancient, but I mean, he's getting up there
He's
to the
get-
point where it's, going to take a lot of effort.
You
to get
said
up-
you haven't seen Twins, right?
No.
I think I'm gonna bring that in for you next week too.
Is it funny?
It's fun, yeah. It's just, I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger's really naive, and Danny DeVito is like a really slimeball kind of guy,
Oh.
and it works. I thought it was good.
Well, my girlfriend always wants to watch comedies, so that would be a good one to.
Oh, you wanna
Worst case scenario.
grab one?
Oh, I get one.
Yep.
Maybe we should take one of these tiny ones.
Yeah, one of the tiny ones would be mine. It might not be the
If I can-
best.
if I can
because
find
I
one.
couldn't find a pair of scissors, so then I
All
started.
right, let's
to
take
rip
this little tiny one here. Only because we want to mix it up a little bit.
It could be someone from last week too.
Oh, Dennis Hopper.
Oh, no, that's from today. He's the one I was telling you about that. I thought he would have had more bigger roles
Yeah,
than he did.
he's pretty much been a supporting actor.
Yeah.
He the first movie I can think of him in, I think he's in Giant with James Dean in the 50s. So Dennis Hopper actually had a career real early, like in the 50s. And then I think he got pretty big, got well known when he did Easy Rider
That's why, I've never seen it.
with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, I've never seen it. And that's what made me think of Dennis Hopper because, I mean, obviously the most iconic role I've seen him is from the Vietnam movie.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now. But this was also a fact that I was kind of surprised. 1986, he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Hoosiers. And I was like, you know what?
He was good. He was really good.
That must have been, someone must have had a really good performance to beat him in that, because I thought he was excellent. I looked it up. One of the movies I'd never heard of the actor that was nominated. Two of the other actors that were nominated were William Dafoe and Tom Berenger, both for Platoon. And Michael Caine won for Hannah and Her Sisters.
Michael Caine.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Was he better in that, do you think, than... 'Cause I thought Dennis Hopper was great in Hoosiers. I thought
I
he
don't
nailed
know.
that.
I think I would have to watch it again. I've watched Allen movies. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of Allen movies.
I can't imagine that Caine was really
Because that's kind of
out
like a
Michael
comedy,
Caine.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Hoosiers is definitely not comedy.
Because I think Hannah and Her Sisters has like a serious part to it, but this comedic. I think this is the one where Woody Allen thinks it's a brain tumor. And I just remember it's really. I did the same thing. I went to the doctor. I made a doctor's appointment today because I was like.
He's the bad guy.
He had a good part in Apocalypse Now, not the bad guy. He was the
the crazy
reporter
journalist
that
or
went-
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
which really I thought was like a resurrection of his career. Now that was what 1970,
78 or 79.
right? And so that's only 9 years after Easy Rider.
So he was
I think
nominated.
he had drug problems and things like that, and he really
Yeah,
fell
he
out
probably
of the
wasn't
public eye.
acting in
In Apocalypse
Apocalypse Now. He
Now,
probably wasn't acting. He was probably just being himself.
I think he directed several movies. I think Easy Rider wasn't the only movie that Dennis Hopper directed.
He was nominated. I didn't realize until today he wrote Easy Rider. I knew Peter Fonda did, but I didn't know Hopper did too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Speed. I'm sure you've seen Speed. Did you like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I like Speed.
Waterworld was terrible, I thought. I didn't get too far into Waterworld.
I think that's a movie that I've watched. It comes on cable, and I watch, half an hour of it at a time or
and then-
something. I've never watched it start to finish.
No,
It's not-
I didn't. I couldn't get into it start to finish. It was boring.
But he does play a good villain.
Yeah. Yeah, Boiling Point. I don't know if you've seen that with him and Wesley Snipes. Right when Wesley Snipes was starting to become big. He's a cop and Dennis Hopper's the bad guy.
Oh.
I want to see who else was in it. I want to say Dennis Hopper's sidekick is his young cousin or nephew or something. It's been a while since I saw that. I saw it when it first came out. True Romance. I always forget he's in True Romance. He's Christian Slater's father. That gets killed by Christopher Walken.
Wasn't he in some movie called, no, I want to say it was called Far Out Man? Or no, Far Out Man is Tommy Chong. But he did a movie like that. Wasn't he like some guy from the 60s who's displaced in time?
I'm not sure. He's in Super Mario Brothers. He played King Koopa.
Oh man.
I did not know he was in that. His sidekick at Boiling Point actually was Viggo Mortensen.
Wow. That's pretty early on.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1990, I want to say. Oh, 93. I guess it wasn't. What's Colin doing?
I think he's falling asleep.
I think he is falling asleep.
Or maybe he's trying to warn us we're getting to our 25-minute mark.
Probably.
Should we draw another name?
We got time for one more?
He says he doesn't know.
All right.
He said we can go as long as we want.
Or he doesn't care. All right. Well, let's see. Platoon. I'm assuming that's a
Platoon.
Colin?
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
Because I was trying to think of a real iconic movie. And of course, then we already talked about
Apocalypse Now.
them being nominated for that.
Oh, yeah.
Willem Dafoe and Tom Berenger, who I
Both.
thought did a tremendous job in that movie.
I would have thought him or, well, I can't really say that because I haven't seen Hannah and Her Sisters, but I thought him or Dennis Hopper were very well deserving of the Oscar.
Dennis Hopper was really good, yeah. I don't know.
He was great as Sergeant Barnes.
If I'm
Tom
thinking about
Berenger.
this off the top of my head, Michael Caine, Dennis Hopper, like we say, it was a good performance. Willem Dafoe, who I love. Tom Berenger, though. Holy Moses, with the scar and everything.
Yep.
Oh, he was a bastard.
From start to finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
From the opening scene he's in.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe when you're a villain, maybe it's easier to be like because he was kind of villainous. Maybe it's a little bit easier part to play, and that's why people don't normally win for those roles. You know, like you think about some of the iconic guys, and I think we've had a show or two about the best villains, like Rutger Hauer in that science fiction movie with
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. You know, some of these guys, it's like they're like iconic bad guys, and I
Right.
think Tom Berenger, that part has to be up there.
Oh yeah.
I think top 10.
Oh yeah. And just to think, like a year or two later, he did Major League. You know, I mean, he's doing because Major League is complete comedy. You know, and funny in Platoon, really. You know,
I like Tom Berenger.
too. I think he's a really good actor. It was nice to see him reappear because it seemed like for a while he was like not doing anything at all, and then all of a sudden he's in Inception. And I was like, oh well, he is still doing big budget movies again, and that was a really good movie. Platoon got an 8.1, by the way.
8.1,
I
yeah.
think that's low. I think that's low. I mean, I like.
Well, yeah, and that's why I want to talk about that movie too, because I think it was an iconic movie. I think as far as Vietnam, was that the first real big Vietnam movie? Oliver Stone?
Well, Apocalypse Now was Vietnam.
Oh, right.
But right after is when Kubrick's one came out. What was that called again?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah. And I definitely liked Platoon quite a bit better than I liked Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's nothing against Full Metal Jacket. It's a good movie, but Platoon, I think Platoon, all wars considered, I think Platoon is probably my favorite war movie of all time. That's tough because Saving Private Ryan's really good. But I don't know. I like Platoon better, I guess.
Right.
You know, I guarantee Saving Private Ryan got a higher ranking on here than Platoon. I mean, 8.1 is not bad. I mean, when you're saying that, in Platoon, do you?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Saving Private Ryan got 8.6.
8.6,
Yeah.
right. That big was that Oliver Stone's big Platoon? I don't think he did anything big before that.
He won.
Because that's before Wall Street, right?
He won screenplay for Midnight Express in the 70s. But as far as directing, I think that was his big breakthrough. Because all of a sudden, he did Wall Street, and then he did JFK, Born on the 4th of July.
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers.
And now, like we said, he's kind of dropped off. He's kind of doing his own thing. He's not. It seems like he's not making the studio pictures. He's still making films, and I think he's still making good films, just not high profile.
Right.
You know, big studio stuff anymore. Didn't he do Nixon too?
Yep. And he did W.
And W.
So Obama's coming out at some point. Wait till he gets to Trump. That'll be a fun movie.
And that's interesting that he takes, you know, some of these historical figures. You know,
He hasn't done
Did you see
Clinton.
W?
No.
I'm always surprised. I think more people probably should have seen W. That was
Josh Brolin, right?
yeah, good. I mean, it's a good, solid movie. It just gives you a different view of George W. I think he did a great. I think Oliver Stone just did a great job. You know, I'm surprised that movie didn't get nominated for awards or whatever. Maybe it did.
What? W?
W, yeah.
I wonder what he got. Did you see Alexander? Okay, we're not talking about him. I'm just on Oliver Stone right now.
Oh yeah, we're talking Oliver Stone and not Platoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Platoon. Or what do you think about Platoon? Launched some careers and stuff too. I mean,
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
Willem Dafoe, I think, was not a
How big was Tom Berenger at the time too?
I think he was bored. I mean, I think it launched him. But
That was
I think
probably his biggest role.
I think he was getting bigger. Yeah,
Because then he started doing the major league movies.
Because I'm thinking he did. Oh shoot, what's the name of it? The Big Chill. I think Tom Berenger was
Right.
in The Big Chill, which is about 19.
I think that's right
80,
before
81?
Platoon, isn't it? No, I think it's closer to
You think it's
mid
close?
80s, isn't it? I might be wrong.
Maybe
don't
I
know.
can't. The place where I was in life and stuff, and I don't.
I just remember hearing that like one of Kevin Costner's first movies, and all he does is play the dead guy. That was like breaking
Right.
the fame.
Yeah, it was Kevin Kline, William Hurt.
Yeah, great cast.
I'm trying to think of who the women were in that
Give me
movie.
a second, I will let you know. Where is it? Big Chill, 83. So
83. So yes, it was a little bit before.
yeah, it was a couple years before Platoon. So he had a big role in that. Because I haven't seen that.
Well, I mean, it was an ensemble cast, but he was definitely, I think he was the guy that was a movie star, and he had come back to the it was not a reunion because
Right, it's a
one of their
funeral.
friends died.
Right.
So they came back for the funeral of their friend, and I think he was big in Hollywood.
All right,
He's
so we got
supposed to be a
Tom
star.
Berenger, Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum, William Hurt, Kevin Kline, Mary Kay Place, Meg Tilly, Jo Beth Williams.
Right? Joe Beth Williams was getting big at the time.
So that is a really good cast. It got 7.2, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was nominated for 3 Oscars.
It's definitely worth seeing.
I think Costner's Dead Body was one of the.
Go there.
Oh, it was nominated for Best Picture.
Watch this movie just to see Kevin Costner's dead body.
Glenn Close, Best Actress in a Supporting Role, and then
Glenn Close is always good.
Screenplay. Yeah.
We need to put her in the hat someday.
So yeah, Platoon. I don't know. I think it's my favorite war movie. I'll say.
It also had, I'm trying to think of deeper in who it had. It had
Johnny Depp,
Johnny Depp, right?
Forrest Whitaker, John C. McGinley.
Keith David.
Yep. I always get Keith David and David Keith confused. So Keith David.
Did I get the right one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Keith David was
Yep.
in the movie. I'm trying to think who else was in this. Did you ever say Matt? Not Matt Dillon. His brother, Kevin Dillon.
Yep.
You already said that.
No, he's good. He's really good in it.
Kevin Dillon.
Doesn't he play Bunny?
Yeah, it's a good. I think that was one of those movies, another ensemble cast type of thing. Launched a lot of careers. People got their faces in that movie. I think sometimes if there's a big movie like that, anybody who kind of touched it, get a bit of gold up on.
Oh yeah.
You say Johnny Depp, I think he had a television show at the time.
Was it 21 Jump Street?
21 Jump Street, yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for names that I recognize. Francisco Quinn plays the big guy that has a band.
I don't know. So Platoon. I mean, one of your favorite movies? Would you say?
Oh, yeah.
Platoon?
One of my top 5 favorite movies, I would say. But my top 5 consists of like 30 movies, so.
Me too. Big Lebowski. Because I did put both of these in this week. Willem Dafoe, because I was watching the movie that I just saw, At the Gates of Eternity. It's about Vincent van Gogh, and Willem Dafoe plays Vincent van Gogh. I don't think Willem Dafoe, I see movies, and I think he's a little guy. I think he's like a tiny little guy. But he's a good actor. I would
Yeah,
watch
he is a
almost
good
anything
actor.
that he's in. And we were talking about Platoon, and I think that was his big break.
I
He was in
think so.
movies before that, but I think that was the first one where he really busted out.
Did he win an Oscar recently? He was nominated. Oh, he's been nominated for 4 Oscars. I didn't realize that. He was just nominated.
He was nominated for this, right? What else would he be nominated for? Was nominated for playing Bobby Peru?
Oh, he was nominated for that.
Bobby Peru?
No, at Eternity's Gate.
Oh,
I was going to say he was just... Oh, he was nominated for the year before, too, for the Florida Project.
oh, the Florida Project.
And then
yeah, that's
Shadow of the
good.
Vampire and Platoon.
Oh, Shadow of a Vampire. Yeah. Do you know what that's? You ever seen it?
No.
It's about the making of Nosferatu, and he plays Max Schreck, who was made up to be the vampire. Am I right? I think that's right. Yeah.
Is it
and,
good?
Yeah. And the director was Murnau.
Yeah, so he's going to probably be close to
Yeah,
70.
because he had in this movie at a
John
time-
Malkovich is the other guy.
John
That's a
Malkovich.
good... Carrie Elways. That's a pretty good cast.
Yeah. The guy that plays Rupert Friend plays his brother in the at Eternity's Gate, and I kind of thought it was a little bit of a stretch because I don't think Rupert Friend is all that old. So I mean, there might have been like I don't know, almost 30-year difference in their ages.
William Dafoe was born in 55.
1955.
So he's 63, gonna be 64.
Oh, he's not that old.
What did you think of him in the Superman movie? Wasn't he the Green Goblin or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah, he was good.
I thought so.
He was good as the Green Goblin.
And I didn't really care too much for the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, but I liked the bad guys in them. I just didn't like Tobey Maguire. I don't think he's a good actor.
Well, he hasn't been doing much, has he?
No. No, the last movie that I saw him in was Brothers, and he actually got nominated for an Oscar for it.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, it's not a bad movie. It's good cast: Jake Gyllenhaal, Tobey Maguire, Natalie Portman. You know, but it wasn't. It was disappointing considering the A-list class. All right.
Should we choose more?
Yeah.
We'll do an hour.
Colin's sleeping.
I guess we'll do an hour since Colin fell
He said
asleep.
one more. All right, this is our last one.
All right, last one, Colin. Oh, I did this one. Gwyneth Paltrow. Put it back. Pick another one.
You know, like, oh, he wants one of his.
Did you just Tilda Swinton?
Seriously?
Tilda Swinton.
She's a good actress.
I can't think what the movie is, but she played. No, wait a minute. It's on the tip of my tongue. Orlando. She played a woman who was masquerading as a man in the Renaissance. I'm trying to think what year it took place. That was kind of her big bust out because she was able to pull that off really well. And since then, because she's kind of an unusual looking actress, she's not somebody that they would cast in the lead as like a romantic lead or whatever.
No.
So a lot of times she plays a very hard woman.
Yeah. Well, she won an Oscar for Michael Clayton, and that's exactly what she is.
Oh, she was real good at Michael
She's
Clayton.
excellent in that movie.
She's excellent in almost everything she's in.
I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff, to be honest. But Michael Clayton, that was definitely Oscar worthy, without question. Because that's a really, really good movie, and she was really good in it.
Now Colin threw her in, so I'm wondering like what she was in that Colin would have seen her in.
Have you seen We Need to Talk About Kevin?
Not yet. It's on my list, and I've tried to get it.
I've heard of that. I've heard it was good. Snowpiercer?
No, that's on my list too, and it's actually people have dumped on that movie a little bit, but it looks cool, and I want to see it.
Oh, so I haven't watched Doctor Strange. I forgot she's in those. Because she
right.
was in Endgame.
She's Doctor Strange's guru.
Yeah, she's the ancient one.
You haven't got to that yet.
I have it at home, and I just haven't watched it yet. What's War Machine?
And she was in Endgame?
Yeah, she's in Endgame.
War Machine. What is the War Machine?
It sounds familiar. What about like Hail Caesar?
Oh, look. She's in Hail Caesar?
Yep.
Oh, I got to think about this. I got to think of who she was in that movie.
And
That's Coen Brothers.
yeah, War Machine's with Brad Pitt. It says a general confronts opposition from enemies, allies, and bureaucrats while leading a massive rebuilding operation in Afghanistan.
Huh. Don't know that one.
No, me neither. Written and directed by David something. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't know. I don't think it's 6.0, so it's right on the Mendoza line for watch or not watch.
6.0, yeah.
So
Starts to fall below. It's like you don't want to see it.
So we get his actress, and now he's gone, so that he can't
Yeah.
talk about the movies he's seen.
Speaking of Mendoza line, right? Did the Mets play the Yankees tonight?
I don't know.
Well, if they don't play tonight, then they play Tuesday, Wednesday.
Then
I think that might be what it is. Mets, Yankees, Tuesday,
why,
Wednesday.
Are we gonna have a bet here? Is that?
Oh, I don't know. The Mets are throwing their 4 and 5 starters out there, and they're playing in Yankee Stadium.
And they're playing. So why are they only playing 2 games? It's
I
just a
don't
Tuesday,
know.
Wednesday. That's strange.
It is weird, and I didn't go to look at the schedule and see if they're going to play 2 more or something.
It just seems odd that they would start a series on a Tuesday and only have it be 2 days.
It is only 2 games for some reason. So I wonder if that means that there was only going to be 2 other games later in the season at Citi Field. I'm expecting the Mets got to turn a corner here at some point. They got to start catching fire. Start firing on all cylinders. I think they're better than they've played.
The Yankees need to start getting healthy. They're playing good without their big sluggers in the lineup. But, I mean, how long is it going to last? They're having some really good years from some good players. But, there's a reason why we pay.
Well, what do you think about this Aaron Boone as the manager? What's his 2nd season?
Yeah, I don't mind him. I don't think he was a bad choice. I just don't think that Girardi necessarily needed to be fired. So. But then neither did Joe Torre. So.
He got fired, or I thought he retired.
Torre, no. He got
No.
he got
He got canned?
he got canned. Yeah, and then he went to the Dodgers.
Oh, see, I guess I'm out of it. Then they got Joe Girardi, who I thought was pretty good. They didn't can him. He quit, didn't he?
No, I'm pretty sure he got fired.
He got fired too?
Yeah.
What's with the Yankees?
I think
man?
what they look at it like, you know, okay, we didn't win the World Series. We need to make a change somewhere. And so, okay, well, it's not gonna let me see when they're playing. So, but yeah, I don't know how our movie show just went over to Yankees Mets. But,
I don't know.
Um,
Maybe we should do a show. Are there enough movies about the Yankees? There's Pride of the Yankees.
I mean, there's just enough
Babe
movies
Ruth
about
story.
baseball in general. We could just do a movie about baseball.
I just wondered if there were Yankee ones. No, because the one with Robert Redford, The Natural, is the New York Knights.
The New York Knights.
And then Bang the Drum Slowly. I think it looks like their uniforms look like the Yankees, but I don't think they call themselves the Yankees. I think they call themselves something else.
Okay, here we go.
And they play in Shea Stadium.
Yeah, we play tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, so it's tonight.
Tonight and tomorrow, and then
Then they have Wednesday
and then
off.
Thursday. Yeah, we have Wednesday off, and Thursday. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird.
You always play Wednesday. The days off are generally Monday or Thursday. You know?
Yeah, this is strange,
It's
isn't it?
yeah, because if they were only going to do 2 games, it would be Tuesday, Wednesday. Because generally Monday or Thursday is going to be your day off of the week. You know? I don't know. It's
Well, I don't know who's pitching for the Yankees, but I know the Mets are throwing out there Zach Wheeler and Jason Vargas. Jason Vargas pitched a complete game shutout. I think his last time.
we're
out.
probably throwing out whoever
the amazing,
we can.
the amazing Jason Vargas, who everybody was down on. And now I think he had the second lowest ERA on the Mets on the starting staff. So anyway, the Mets are playing the Yankees
Tonight, tomorrow.
in Yankee Stadium. Watch it, people.
All right, so I guess
It's going to be a great battle.
I guess that's going to be it.
We got through a lot
We got
today.
through a
I
lot
got
of
4.
them, yeah.
Wait, there's 2 more over
Yeah,
here.
so we did like 7.
We got to look up more Tilda Swinton
Tilda
movies. We
Swinton,
got to do
definitely.
Tilda some justice. I'm throwing her back in there. We'll talk about her again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we have enough for next week. So, all right. Well, this has been this week's episode of the Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
I'm Don Tretler, and these are the ones you don't want to miss.